In this podcast, I'm going to share with you 3 easy steps to reduce overthinking in any environment. So make sure you pour yourself a cup of coffee. Stay tuned. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mind's Eye Status podcast. I'm Shakuti Lockman, Executive Communication Coach, and in this episode, we're going to be talking about how to reduce overthinking and actually feel free, natural, confident, and grounded when you're communicating, whether you're at a networking event or maybe you're just in a meeting at work. I was at a networking event yesterday, actually, where I was speaking, which was really cool. It was very fun. And I noticed it was actually my first time in a very large group of people networking in quite a while since I've been traveling. So I had quite an insight on different ways people would communicate and react in conversation. And what I noticed was many of the people had attended by themselves. They had come to the networking event by themselves, which is already really cool because that means that they're stepping out of their comfort zone and they're going out being proactive to meet people, which is something I'm constantly encouraging my clients to do. It's something that I will be doing more of moving forward as well now that I'm settled in Dubai. However, I noticed something which is so common amongst people when they're meeting new people. I noticed when I would speak to somebody, every now and then you could see that they're a bit nervous because, it makes sense. They're in a new environment, they don't know anybody, they came to a networking event. It's actually more common than we think for people to feel nervous, to overthink a little bit. So I noticed as I was talking to them, their eyes would dart around a little bit and sometimes they would look a bit uncomfortable. Now, it's your job as part of the conversation to have the social awareness to calibrate accordingly, meaning make the person feel comfortable. It's not your job to make them feel comfortable, but to be socially intelligent, you need to be able to calibrate socially. Social calibration basically means adjusting and adapting your communication style according to the person that you're talking to. So for example, a couple of people I spoke to, I noticed that they looked a little bit nervous when they were speaking to me, and maybe because I was the speaker as well. And some people were pretty extroverted and charismatic when I spoke to them. And calibration means adapting and adjusting according to who you're talking to. Now, here's the thing. I know myself because I came from a background of overthinking, having social anxiety, being very socially awkward. Previously, if I was in a situation where I'm at a networking event and I start a conversation with somebody, I introduce myself just like how I did yesterday, and I notice that the other person looks a little bit uncomfortable or there's moments of silence, I would have felt very uncomfortable myself. I would have felt awkward. I would have fell into the trap of feeling that awkward silence, etc. But here's how I handle it now instead of overthinking. I realize that I can communicate and I should communicate how I want to regardless of how somebody's feeling. Meaning, I notice they look a bit uncomfortable. I'm going to relax. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to continue sharing whatever it is that I have in my mind, sharing myself. Sometimes you do need to be the initiator, meaning express your thoughts, express your feelings. We were talking about traveling and moving to Dubai. This was a common theme of conversation yesterday. And anytime the other person would go quiet a little bit awkwardly, I wouldn't let that get to me. I would continue talking in a socially calibrated way while remaining relaxed in my body. A big mistake people make is when they start overthinking, it manifests in their physiology and they let that take over. Meaning, for example, they might go quiet or look around, check their phone as an escape, or even look for somebody that they already know as an escape. That's not what you want to do. You want to relax into your body. If you're sitting down, lean back. If you're standing up, just be comfortable within your body and express whatever it is that you want to express. What you'll find is, because you're comfortable with yourself, people will feel comfortable around you. That's another secret source of communication. When you're comfortable with yourself, people will feel comfortable around you. And rather than getting into your head, overthinking about, how do I look? Is this awkward? Am I okay? What do they think about me? Instead of investing your energy in that, it's not even an investment really, it's wasting your energy in that. Invest your energy in the present moment. Relaxing in your body, expressing what you want to express. Yeah, I'm at this networking event because, well, not only am I a speaker, but also I moved to Dubai recently, so I'm being proactive about meeting some people. And I gotta say, I just love it. I absolutely adore it, especially the fact that Dubai is close to, well, it's quite central in the world, so you can travel pretty easily compared to many other places. Expressing myself emotionally, charismatically, this makes people comfortable because it gives them permission to express as well. Don't buy into the overthinking. It's a choice. It's very much a choice to buy into any type of overthinking. A couple of practical tips that I'll give you for overthinking are, firstly, I touched on this already, be in your body. Relax in your body. Lean back if you're sitting down. Sip of my coffee. Next, take a deep breath. Relax. When you breathe deep, it slows down your heart rate. You can test this. It's biologically, scientifically true. It's a fact. When you slow down your breathing, you slow down your heart rate. And that means you're counteracting any nerves and anxiety, because symptoms of nervousness and anxiety is increased heart rate. So you're slowing down your heart rate, you're going to be feeling better mentally. That's the second tip. And the third tip is, give the person that you're with your full attention. Give them your eye contact. If you give somebody a relaxed eye contact, if you give somebody relaxed eye contact while you're relaxed in your body and you're deeply present, they're going to feel connected to you. It's not going to be surface level communication. This is how you can connect to people, reduce the overthinking, and actually have an authentic experience in the interaction. Plus, more often than not, most people, especially if you're meeting new people, you're at these types of events, most people are overthinking. So you can be that anchor. For everybody listening, I give you permission to go be that anchor of presence. You have it in you. The cool thing is, that's how you can be authentic. That's the best way to be authentic. In fact, it's the only way you can be authentic. It's by being present to the moment. If this is something that you really want to improve or you struggle with, I would highly encourage you to start meditating. Meditation is one of the first things that I teach with my clients. And if it's something you want to learn and you want to improve your communication skills, send me a DM on Instagram at Shakoti Lockman and say, just tell me you came through the podcast and we can have a chat. We can have a conversation on Zoom. But anyway, going back to the subject, reducing that overthinking has to do with your physiology very much. Very much has to do with your physiology. Your level of relaxation and where your attention is. Is it in your thoughts or is it onto the person that you're with? So I hope this podcast helped. I hope you had a cup of coffee as always. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys in a few days.